And a very pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another broadcast here on RealSportsLive.com. I'm coming to you from Crystal City, Texas on a Saturday afternoon, a bright sunshine-soaked field, home of the Javelinas, and this is IWFA football action featuring the Valley Vixens out of the RGV taking on the Texas Legacy out of San Antonio. Again, this is a preseason scrimmage game, as these teams are tuning up for the regular season, which will get underway in May. But again, a Saturday afternoon, a good chance to showcase women's athletes here on the football field. The Legacy will be kicking off to the Vixens on the 50-yard field, and away we go. Legacy will be returning this kick. They'll let the ball bounce through their hands, pick it back up, bring it out across the goal line near the 10-yard line, and big, strong tackling made there. They will not get to the 10. And the Vixens will be pinned deep in their own territory to state this ball game. Vixens in the purple uniforms with the white trim. The Texas Legacy in the gray uniforms with the red trim. Last season, these two teams weaved their way through the brackets, through the playoffs, into the Super Bowl when this league was split into two divisions. You had a Division I, which was won by the Legacy, and the Division II championship was run by the Vixens this year. It's all one, and so this is a good showcase between two of the top teams from a year ago. Vixens with the football to start the ball game. Ashley Flores, the quarterback, hands the ball off, and there's a big hit in the backfield. And a loss on the play, Nawazu on the tackle, and we are just underway. The clock is running. We figured some things out up here on the fly. My wife Dahlia at the camera, and then we got tons of assistants to my right side as the camera operators are going, and so are the clock operators. Vixens now on second down. Got to be careful. They're in the shadows of their own end zone. Call it second down and 12. Running play up the middle. Big hole opens up out across the 10-yard line to about the 12. On the carry for the Vixens, Diane Almazan. And it brings up third down. For the Vixens. First possession of this game. We're just underway here in the first quarter, 10:55 on a 12-minute clock. Low snap, quarterback gets to the ball, and then she's going to be brought down. On the sack for the Legacy, the first one in there, Brenda Nuazo again. And so the Vixens will face fourth down. And we got a quick timeout call by the Vixens. As they want to talk it over, they're in a dangerous spot here on the opening part of this game. We'll be back after this. The Legacy taking on the Vixens on RealSportsLive.com.
And welcoming back for King and Country. A night of music, ministry, and more. April 20th at 7 p.m. at the new HEB Park Stadium in Edinburgh. Tickets on sale now. For more info, log on to GodFaithMusic.com or call 358-2755. Are you ready?
Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Back here after the Legacy take a timeout. We are back in action here on RealSportsLive.com as the Texas Legacy taking on the Valley Vixens. Vixens on fourth down and a bunch to go from the shadow of their goal line. Draw the team off sides. A bad snap goes out the back of the end zone. But in this case, it looks like the Legacy jumped off sides, and that may buy the Vixens a little bit extra room here on this fourth down play. 10:26 remaining here in the first quarter of play. This is the second game of three coming your way from Javelina Stadium here in Crystal City, Texas. 5 yards against the Legacy. Still fourth down for the Vixens. Out of a shotgun formation, quarterback on the day, Ashley Flores stands in a shotgun formation. Takes a low snap, drops back to throw. Rushed out of the pocket, has a little time, hit again. Hit by 2 additional players, and down she goes. First player there, Marissa Facey. And the Legacy will take over on downs. Deep in Vixen territory. Legacy will take the field. And before they line up, penalty flag is thrown. And they'll call an undeclared player on the offense, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty. We saw a couple of those in the first game here today. So before a snap, a 5-yard penalty. Tight end has to declare themselves before they get to the line of scrimmage. If that isn't done, then the flag is thrown. It's kind of like a procedure penalty, if you will. The Legacy with the ball on first down. Now we'll hand it off. Big hole opens up on the right-hand side. Into the end zone, touchdown. Football came loose, but before that, already in for the score. Amanda Alvarado makes it a 6-0 game. Six-0 ball game. The ball did come loose, but it was after the ball carrier, Alvarado, had taken it into the end zone. Extra point coming up for the Legacy. 1-point conversion on the ground, a 2-point conversion through the air. Legacy lined up with 3 receivers out to the left-hand side. Empty backfield, man in motion. Fake handoff, quick pitch inside, running hard, through a couple of tacklers in the end zone. That's good for a conversion of the point. It's a 7-0 game. Legacy on top early. 10:13 to go in the first quarter. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Hey, everybody. ¿Qué hacen aquí?
This is an intervention.
What?
Sí, mijo. It's the yoga pants.
You all are just jealous because I'm flexible like Captain Prontissimo.
Is that your wallet?
Yeah, it's full of the money I save with Pronto Insurance.
And your keys.
With Pronto's multi-account discount, I can insure all the cars in the family.
Why can't you just wear regular pants with pockets like everybody else?
I can do this in jeans.
Aika.
Ah.
Pronto Insurance. Call for a free quote today.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, I'm Joe Bowling with you. No. RioSportsLive.com, Joe Bowling with you as we are getting set for the kickoff. Got some wiring issues on the camera, my friends. We're going to get that fixed on the fly. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back on RioSportsLive.com.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Okay, camera issues taken care of. Thanks again for joining us here on Real Sports Live. We are back to action after the kickoff. The Valley Vixens will have a better place to start a drive from on this second possession of the game. They trail the Texas Legacy. It is 8-0 as that was a shovel pass. And again, a pass play on a converted touchdown is a 2-point conversion. Vixens will run the ball. Nothing doing on first down, brings up second down. 2nd and 9 coming up. 9:50 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Vixens in a shotgun formation. Quarterback, Flores. Drops the snap. That's a fumble. The Vixens pick it up. There's also a penalty flag on the play. That happened as the snap occurred, and they're going to call offsides against the defense, which will be 5 free yards for the Vixens and also negates what would have been a negative play. So with 9:32 to go here in the first quarter, the Vixens will still have it 2nd down. For some reason, the chain gang has it 3rd down. It was a running play for 1st down. This is the 2nd down play. Another low snap, and that means trouble in the backfield, and the Vixens go down. These shotgun snaps, and there's no chance for Flores. 3rd down. Call it 8 yards to go for the Valley Vixens. They call offsides again against the defense. They're going to mark it off from the spot of the fumble. Now he'll move it on further. That's a 15-yard penalty. So that'll be an illegal defense called. We talked it over with the officials, and there's some different hand signals they're giving, but they look a lot like. The same calls. On 1st down for the Vixens. Handoff, running play to left-hand side for about 3, maybe 4 yards on the carry. Brenda Reyna on the carry. Brings up 2nd down. And the spot, they'll give her no gain on the play. 2nd down for the Vixens. Another penalty flag. So on this drive, the Vixens are benefiting from the Texas legacy with a multitude of penalties. Still 1st down for the Vixens. Looking to throw the ball. Here comes the rush, and down goes Flores. The Wazoo on the sack. No time for Flores to look downfield, even though she bought herself a little time by scrambling to the right side. 2nd down coming up for the Valley Vixens. Those watching on the social media, we encourage you please to share the link. It helped us get over 4,000 live views of our first game earlier today, just on Facebook alone. 2nd down, a lot of contact. Here come the penalty flags again. They have not blown this play dead yet, so this is a free play for the Vixens. Throw that one up for grabs, and there's an incomplete pass. But again, this is a fairly easy call. Penalty against the Vixens, or against the Legacy. Stops the clock with 8 minutes to go, and that's 5 penalties in a row against the Texas Legacy on this drive alone. So that'll be a 1st down for the Valley Vixens. Again, we play on a 50-yard field, so the Vixens now on a 1st and goal. There's the play that goes nowhere. The Wazoo again. Well, this time that was Marissa Facey on the play. So 7:49 and counting here in the first quarter play. 2nd down coming up for the Valley Vixens. Share the link if you get a chance on Facebook. Of course, we're broadcasting on 5 platforms today. as is the norm here on RealSportsLive.com. Flores with a man in motion. Hands it off to the motion man. That goes nowhere. Two players were back there for the Texas Legacy. Yesenia Ortega on the carry, but by the time she touched the football, there were already two players that had beat their blocks and were standing there waiting for her to come to the corner. Third down, and this drive was first and goal. Now it's third, still goal to go for the Vixens, but they're going backwards. Flores out of a shotgun formation. Changes the play at the line. Drops back to throw. Here comes the rush over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Looking for Ruby Loya. Fourth down coming up for the Valley Vixens. This is IWFA football action. Preseason scrimmage coming your way from Crystal City, Texas. These teams will be in action again on April 14th in Corpus. Flores looks to throw again. Has a little more time. Drifts this one up for grabs. Incomplete pass. Turnover on downs. Intended for Yesenia Ortega. And so the Legacy will take over 1st and 10. The Legacy has won the league in 4 consecutive seasons. They did lose one game out of those 4 years to a team from Austin. They take over here, 1st and 10. Megan Martinez is the quarterback. They had a one-play drive last time they touched the ball. And before they even snapped the football, here's another penalty against the Legacy.
No, that's because she didn't declare.
So it'll be first down. That was half the distance to the goal line. Against the Legacy on first down. They'll run the ball. Another penalty. Down the left-hand side with some room. Speeding downfield. Eventually going out of bounds. But this one most likely is coming back. That was Melissa Romero on the carry, but officials threw a flag back behind the line, and now they're looking at the Vixens, so they'll wave that penalty off. Decline, so the play will stand. First down for the Legacy. Texas Legacy was out in impressive fashion watching them warm up. Spread the field, empty backfield on this first down play. Martinez, again, the quarterback for the Legacy. They'll start the clock. 6:37 to go here in the first quarter. Martinez drops back, looks to throw, right side. Has a man, completed there. Bills on the catch. That's a quick hitter for 5 yards. Second down coming up. Second down coming up for the Legacy, and this is the style they'll play. They'll speed it up. Another flag on the play. Deep ball over the middle. Caught. Easy touchdown. If that stands, that'll be quick 6 points. 6:10 to go. There's a whistle on the play for the flag, but that's going to be against the Vixens. That'll be declined. And so the touchdown will stand. 14-0 your score. Cassandra Bills on the catch. And Alvarado. Now they'll run it to the right side, and that's an easy conversion. Makes it a 15-0 game. Kickoff coming up. Legacy on top of the Vixens. This is IWFA football action coming your way on RealSportsLive.com.
Illuminations, we're a one-stop shop. We have all the lighting you need for your home. So when you're building your new home, we work well with your builder. We'll get your floor plans, or we'll walk the house if we need to, make sure all the light fixtures that you get are going to work and are going to look good together. Illuminations is a family-owned business. We're in the construction industry prior to opening the store, and it was during this time that they noticed a need for a store like ours, one that would provide the customer service that contractors and new homeowners are looking for, and eliminate the headaches that you might get when you're shopping at a big box store and you don't get that one-on-one customer service. The Brownsville area is really growing. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of construction, there's a lot of excitement. So we're glad that we finally have a store here that customers can come and look at our products here locally. I invite you to come discover Brownsville.
Vixens will be returning the kick, and they'll have to go to work as they trail quickly 14-0 here with still 6:10 remaining in the first quarter. Kickoff fielded out across the 25-yard line. Tackle made there, but Vixens will start in decent shape on this possession. First and 10 coming up for the Vixens. Some penalty flags. Five ended up getting a first and goal situation. Couldn't convert as the Legacy defense then drew a line in the sand and prevented anything going on the scoreboard. So the Vixens will start this drive. Their third possession of the game. We're still 6:06 left here in the first quarter as we're going with 12-minute quarters for this ball game. And before the snap, a sideline interference call against San Antonio, so that'll be a 15-yard penalty. So what's impressive thus far is the Texas Legacy offense. It's been dwarfed by the number of penalty yards assessed against them in the early part of this game. Vixens still have it. First and 10 on this drive. Flores, a quarterback, in a shotgun, takes a low snap, hands the ball off, and there's nowhere to go. Defense is just rifling through there. In this case, that was Tynesha Ferguson on the tackle. Loss on the play. Makes it 2nd and 14. Flores out of a shotgun formation on 2nd down. Long count. Now they'll change the play. 5:24 to go here in the quarter. Man in motion. Flores fakes the handoff. Now it's a fumble ball. Flores manages to get it back. Lost a couple more. And it brings up 3rd down for the Vixens, and this offense just hasn't got anything going yet. Vixens out of the RGV area. Saw some Harlingen Honeys here watching this game. They're not involved in today's action, but they're in this league. Flores wants to throw. Has some time initially. Now she's going to take on a couple of tacklers. Tries to drive forward. Ends up gaining a couple yards on the play. Good coverage downfield by the Legacy. And now a whistle as the player's shaken up on the field. While they attend to her, we'll take a quick timeout. Hope she's okay. This is IWFA Football coming your way on RioSportsLive.com.
Doing some gardening or home improvements this weekend? Visit Habitat for Humanity Restore before you start. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience, the people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Back here after the injury, and that was the quarterback for the Valley Vixens who went down. That was Ashley Flores. She was assisted off the field. We'll see if she's going to be okay. They bring in substitutions, and an illegal substitution happens for the Vixens, and so they're taxed penalty yards. Still fourth down as we resume play here with 4:17 to go in the first quarter of this ball game. Vixens now with the new quarterback at the helm. Looking to run to the right side. No room there. They'll try to reverse it, and down they go. Turnover on downs as the Legacy just stifle the Vixens offense yet again. And the Legacy will take over. New quarterback was Yesenia Ortega for the Vixens. Legacy will take over, and their offense has been letter perfect so far in this ball game. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and it's happened in all of 3 plays. On first down, they'll run the ball to the right-hand side, into the secondary. See you later. Touchdown. Amanda Alvarado on the score, her second touchdown of the game. For Alvarado. And that makes it a 21-0 game. Extra point coming up. Penalty before the extra point. So this is one issue that the coaches will have to talk things over with their players. In this scrimmage, you iron this kind of stuff out. That's the only thing you're looking at thus far that slowed the Legacy down or assisted the Vixens, regardless if they've had the ball or not. And that is the penalty yards coming against the Legacy. Extra point coming up for the Legacy. They'll look to throw. Lots of time. Pass over the middle. Caught, and the 2-point conversion is good. The Wazoo on the catch. 2-point conversion is good. 23-0 your score. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
And welcoming back for King and Country. A night of music, ministry, and more. April 20th at 7 p.m. at the new HGV Park Stadium in Edinburgh. Tickets on sale now. For more info, log on to godfaithmusic.com or call 358-2755.
The host team here. Right now, the Texas Legacy all over the Valley Vixens. That kick goes through the Vixen return man. And they'll take over on this possession. Looking on the sidelines, looks like the Vixen starting quarterback, Ashley Flores, may be through for the day. She's on the sidelines. And so Yesenia Ortega will take over the helm at the quarterback spot. But right now it doesn't matter who's playing in the quarterback position. The penetration thus far by the Texas Legacy on defense has prevented anything from developing on the offensive side for the Vixens. 3:58 to go here in the first quarter. Legacy scored first with 10:13 to go in the first quarter when Amanda Alvarado took it in from 4 yards out. Then on a pass play to Cassandra Bills. 2-point conversion made it a 15-0 game. Vixens on first down. Looking to throw. Over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Quick release on the throw, but underthrown makes it second down. Ortega was a receiver there, so we'll see who the quarterback is for the Vixens on this possession. Their offense is yet to produce much. On second down, they'll look to throw again. Rolling right side, now over the middle. That's incomplete. Brings up third down for the Vixens. For the Vixens, it's third down and a bunch. Penalty flags on the play. They'll throw the ball over the middle, incomplete. We'll sort out the penalty yards. In this league, you can punt. They didn't punt in the first game. That's going to be a legal defense against the Texas Legacy, so it will remain third down for the Vixens. That's 15 yard. So that's a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Vixens.
It was on number 13.
Vixens. They got number 34 in at the quarterback, and I have a roster here that does not have a 34. That one goes nowhere. Brenda Reyna on the carry, but that's been the case on most plays for the Valley Vixens, is when they hand the ball off, by the time anyone touches it, there's 2 or 3 defenders back in the backfield. Loss on the play of 4. 2nd and 14 coming up for the Vixens. Shotgun formation on second down. Low snap. Picked up, and then the ball comes loose again. Looks like the Legacy recover that. They do. Quarterback Brenda Reyna that time had her hands on the ball once, picked it up, and then lost it a second time. And so the Legacy will take over with 3:04 left here in this first quarter of play. Already up 23-0. And the Legacy offense, which has been led on the field for another time. Intended for Melissa Romero. Second down coming up for the Legacy. Clock with 3:01 to go here in the first quarter. And another penalty flag against the Legacy before that snap. Second down coming up for the Legacy. They'll look to throw again, this time over the middle. Caught in traffic, running through a couple of tacklers. That's a touchdown. Melissa Romero on the catch. 4 over in the first quarter. Legacy. Add on 6 more. The extra point is good. We'll take a timeout. Kickoff coming up. Legacy all over the Vixens. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Whatever DIY project you've got going on this weekend, visit Habitat for Humanity Restore before you start. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
Back here in Crystal City, Texas. 31-0 your score. Texas Legacy over the RGV Vixens. And the kickoff coming up. Fielded by the Vixens. Trying to get to the outside, nothing doing. Big open field tackle that time. Cassandra Bills on the stop. And so the Vixens will take over first down. 2:45 left in the first quarter. Appreciate you again watching this game here on the multiple platforms. Those watching on Facebook, share the link, follow the page, like the page if you will, and also want to make sure that you, if you're at home wanting to watch this on the big screen TV, Roku television, look for the Boxcast app, download the app, look for Real Sports Live, there it is. You'll be watching it on TV. Same thing with Apple TV. We also have fans that are watching the games utilizing YouTube and the channel on YouTube and then popping that up on TV screens. Even had some fans telling me they had figured out how to go from Facebook onto their televisions, their smart TVs. Of course, if you get a chance, click it over onto the website itself. If you're watching on social media, the website, we've got schedules, scores, stats, and more. And there will be more and more coming up on there. Look on some of the links for stories featuring some of the sportscasters and sports writers. We're featuring links to their stories from the various media outlets throughout the RGV and abroad. 2:45 left here in the first quarter. Vixens offense has been held to nothing thus far. On first down, they'll look to throw. Here comes the pressure. That one's heaved downfield, nearly intercepted. Penalty flag on the play. And that'll be against the Texas Legacy. So again, the penalty yards are just racking up well over 100 yards in penalties against the Legacy already here in this first quarter. Still 2:34 remaining. Vixens with the football. The quarterback, and before the next snap, we got a whistle on the sidelines. Official makes his way over to talk it over with the Texas Legacy. It's on the top of the football. And this is RealSportsLive.com.
The reason we made this quesadillas Tres Marias is because there's a little village in Mexico that it's really popular and it's known for its quesadillas. You're gonna come to my kitchen and you're gonna see that we have no cans. Everything is fresh. We use achote. We do the mole ourselves. We have 3 types of quesadillas. One is flour tortilla. We have nixtamal made handmade tortilla. And our specialty, which are the fried tortillas. That's the concept we bring to the north of Mexico and south of Texas. For me, this is not only a business, it's my house.
Back here, RealSportsLive.com. Vixens with the football. Rifle a pass downfield, nearly picked off. Into and out of the hands of Melissa Romero. And it's second down. Clock stops on the incompleted pass. League rules dictate that if ball is recovered by the Vixens, they'll call that an intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding on the play. Marissa Facey is making her presence known today.
As Brenda Rayner just simply flung that ball over her shoulder, just trying to get out of the grasp of the defense. It's already a case in which the quarterback field, the Vixens are not having much time to operate anything on the offense, but if that snap is low, which has been the case on multiple occasions, there's no time for the quarterback to react much more than what just happened there with Brenda Rayner. Third down. Should be second. Good snap. Penalty on this play. Completed pass. Vixens now trying to get to the outside. Nothing doing. That play is going to go backwards. It was a completed pass to Yesenia Ortega. Then she started giving up ground. Now we'll sort out the penalty flag on this. And the way the officials are indicating, this is going to be against 2:18 remaining. Our late game tonight at 7 o'clock, we'll have the Crystal City Mockingjays taking on the South Texas Phoenix. Phoenix are out of Corpus. Mockingjays here, the host team. Each team in their second year in the league. This is a game featuring the Texas Legacy, who is on top. Team that has rolled through league play for 4 consecutive championships. Taking on the RGV Vixens. Vixens will have a first down. We'll check that. They've got it marked as third down. Should be first. And if it wasn't, another penalty flag, which was just thrown, will take care of that. That's probably going to be a sideline infraction. No, they'll wave that one off. First down. Clock stops with 2:18 to go here in the first quarter. For the Valley Vixens. Running play to the right-hand side, and that goes nowhere.
And Marissa Facey on the tackle again for a loss.
Diane Almazan on the carry.
The Vixens got to put a body on number 9.
And just anything going wide is being stuffed quick. Marissa Facey having a big first half. First quarters. We still got 1:43 left. Vixens out of a shotgun. They'll run it again, trying to get to the outside. Nothing doing. This time it's Brenda Nwazu on the tackle. Third down for the Vixens. Minute 16 and counting here in this first quarter of play. Texas Legacy scored early and often. Have put 31 points on the board, and this team is accustomed to scoring big bunches of points. On third down, there's offsides against the Vixens.
And false start on the RGV Vixens.
That'll tax them 5 yards.
Number 13 with stiff arm after the play.
Third down for the Vixens. Motion, they'll take that and hand it off. Trying to get to the outside, nothing doing. Couple of legacy players right there. Megan Martinez, the first one there. Also in there, Cassandra Bills and Facey. And one of the Vixen players appears to be shaken up. Stops the clock with 1 second to go here in the first quarter play. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back. This is RealSportsLive.com.
The reason we made this quesadillas Tres Marias is because there's a little village in Mexico that it's really popular and it's known for its quesadillas. You're gonna come to my kitchen and you're gonna see that we have no cans. Everything is fresh. We use achote. We do the mole ourselves. We have 3 types of quesadillas. One is flour tortilla. We have nixtamal made handmade tortilla, and our specialty, which are the fried tortillas. That's the concept we bring to the north of Mexico and south of Texas. For me, this is not only a business, it's my house, it's my career, it's my family, it's my friends that come here. Brownsville, it's a gentle city, a kind city. I invite you to come discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Yesenia Ortega goes down for the RGV Vixens, and so that'll be the second big-time playmaker lost for this football team here in this first quarter of play. Clock is running. Well, it's at 12 minutes. We should be switching sides of the field. There's a loss on the play by the Vixens. That'll be a turnover on downs, and we'll see if the officials take a look at the score clock and change directions on the field. They're going to talk it over. They'll stop play, and that'll be the end of the first quarter play officially. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com. It's preseason football, friends.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, it's IWFA football action coming your way on a Saturday. We are in Crystal City, Texas. That was the end of the first quarter of play, and so the Texas Legacy will take over on downs. And Megan Martinez and company back on the field, and they have been perfect, my friends. Martinez turns, hands the ball off. Huge hole opens up on the right-hand side, running hard. Stumbling forward is Michelle Marshall. Marshall will gain enough to get a first and goal.
On behalf of the Southwest Texas Mockingjays, our second-quarter sponsors, Pizza Hut, Golden Fried Chicken, and Clean Cut.
And you just don't get a chance to see much of this offense on the field because they score so quickly. The Legacy up 31-0. They'll look to run. Quarterback's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown for Megan Martinez. Comes with 11:24 to go here in this second quarter. Martinez has already thrown for a couple of touchdowns. Now she'll run one in. And the Legacy go up 37-0. Extra point coming up for the Legacy. Coming up at halftime, there will be a 10-minute break. Then will be a break between games. Here's the conversion. There's a penalty flag thrown in. Runner into the end zone. We'll sort out the penalty. They're going to call that against the Legacy, so we'll have to do that again. 11:24 to go here in the second quarter. Legacy looking for the conversion. Run it to the right-hand side, and that's in. Marshall scored the touchdown, and now she comes right back and gets the conversion. And the Legacy go up 38-0. We'll be back with a kickoff. This is IWFA Football. It's coming your way on RealSportsLive.com.
Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff. Great prices. Great cause.
And welcoming back for King and Country. A night of music, ministry, and more. April 20th at 7 p.m. at the new HEB Park Stadium in Edinburgh. Tickets on sale now. For more info, log on to godfaithmusic.com or call 358-2755.
Forever memories, antiques, and it's a side laughing another. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Had a little extracurricular stuff going on. That's been taken care of by the officials. Now both coaches and teams are on the sidelines, making sure everyone's back in check. And we'll resume play here momentarily. Legacy offense has been letter perfect impressive here in this game, and the defense has been the same. Flexing their muscle here in the Jamboree against the RGV Vixens. Reminding you, they do have another Jamboree in Corpus Christi on the 14th of April. And as is the case with the Texas Legacy, they are well coached. They run disciplined plays. These athletes are in shape. Vixens also will regroup from something like this, and you'll see them working hard. They practice, in this case, this past week, Easter week, mind you. They were practicing 5 consecutive days on the field. Harlingen Honeys, which also are down below us, were practicing, as were the Westaco Jaguars out of the RGV. So it's not just that you can see these games here, but I invite you to join us live at the games. It's impressive. Then you get a chance to see some of these women afterwards. And they come from all walks of life. I was talking to a couple of coaches. There are dental hygienists, assistants, some that work in the law field. Many mothers out here who are performing on the football field. We'll be doing stories throughout the season on Real Sports Live about the behind the scenes and where some of these women are from and how they arrived to play football. Full contact football here in this IWFA. 38-0 the score. Texas Legacy's taking control of this game. And the Vixens are now shuffling players in to return this kick. And so the Legacy will kick it off. Short kick to the left side of the field goes out of bounds. And so the Vixens will take over. Now the question becomes who comes in to run the show for the Vixens. They've already lost Ashley Flores, the quarterback. They've lost one of their primary receivers in Yesenia Ortega. A couple of players were just removed from this game for both sides after that last touchdown by the Legacy. So we'll watch and see who comes on the field for the Vixens.
5 yards from the spot, went out of bounds.
Vixens will start with the ball at the midfield stripe. One drive, they managed to be first and goal against this Legacy team, as the penalty yards against the Legacy were just monstrous in that first quarter. Well over 100 yards in penalties against the Legacy, and yet they look up at the scoreboard, up easy, 38-0. That's what these jamborees and preseason games are about, though, is ironing out those. First down for the Vixens on this possession. There's a low snap. There's another penalty. There's a pass play. Incomplete. That's going to be against the defense. Stops the clock with 11:19 to go here in the second quarter. Reminding you, we have high school softball and baseball coming your way on Tuesday. We're also looking at high school soccer in the playoffs. We understand the playoffs are here, folks. Also trying to put the mechanism in place to get that taken care of. First down for the Vixens. Out of a shotgun. Dropping back to throw. Left side, incomplete.
Great defense.
Denise Molina, the quarterback, brings up second down. Incomplete pass. Pass intended on the left-hand side for Miranda Camacho. Second down for the Vixens. Looking to throw again. The right side, another penalty. This one's picked off. Romero on the interception. Now we'll sort out the penalty. And if it stands, the Legacy will take over on the interception. Officials threw a second flag, so we'll see what that's about. One is an illegal defense against the Legacy. And so that'll take away the interception. The Vixens will retain possession. And the ball will be placed down inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5 yards to go. First and goal for the Vixens, for the RGV Vixens. Legacy scored less than 2 minutes into this game and haven't looked back. Vixens trying to get on the scoreboard. Molina from a shotgun. Low snap, rolls right side, looking to throw, gets rid of it. That's going to be nearly picked off. Third down and goal coming up. They were looking in the direction of Miranda Camacho. And it'll bring up third and goal. Talking back about the soccer coverage, we know round 2 of the soccer playoffs has arrived. And fans, as we're looking at that, the UIL has dictated again that their broadcast partner has attached a $200 fee per broadcast, so we have to cover that right out of the gate. So we're trying to put that in place. Third down for the Vixens, running play. And that one goes nowhere. Almazan on the carry. Dropped at the 5-yard line. Again, a 50-yard field is what they play on here at the IWFA. So on a traditional football field, as we're here at Javelina Stadium, kind of shortcuts it down to the 25-yard line either way for the end zone. Pass play for the Vixens. That ball's knocked away. Loose ball. Now it's going to be recovered by the Vixens, but a turnover on downs will give the ball over to the Legacy. Molina tried to get rid of the pass. It was deflected right back into her hands. And the Legacy take over, first down. They scored with 10:13 to go in the first quarter. Scored again 5 minutes later. 2 minutes later, scored again. A minute and a half later, scored again. First play of the second quarter, scored again. And lead this one 38-0. Timeout on the field. Two teams going to talk it over. 9:56 remaining in the first half. Legacy in control. This is RealSportsLive.com.
And welcoming back for King and Country. A night of music, ministry, and more. April 20th at 7 p.m. at the new HEB Park Stadium in Edinburgh. Tickets on sale now. For more info, log on to GodFaithMusic.com or call 358-2755.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service.
At the camera angle. Texas Legacy with the football, and this offense has been good. Pretty to watch. Pass play, left-hand side, dropped, incomplete. Romero, the intended receiver, and had she reeled that in, it was probably 6 points on the board, and another touchdown pass for Megan Martinez. 2nd and 10 coming up. Martinez has delivered touchdown passes in the air, has also run the ball in. Amanda Alvarado, the tailback, has run in touchdowns. Now another penalty flag. This against the Legacy. That's been what slowed them down. If you can say you've been slowed down at all. Up 38-0 here in the first half. The Legacy has a barrage of penalty flags that they'll be talking about in practice. Running play and a lot of ground to cover. Up the middle, down the right-hand side, and then finally brought down, but not before Michelle Marshall rattles off with a big gain. 1st and 10 coming up for the Legacy. Marshall has a touchdown run as well. And now she'll run again, this time to the left-hand side. Dances it forward, runs through a couple of tackles, brought down. After a 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1 coming up.
Looks like another first down for Michelle Martin.
Now they'll mark it for another first down. Quick snap, handoff, running play, right-hand side. Through a couple of tacklers, through another, into the end zone. Touchdown for the Legacy. Brenda Nuazo that time on the carry. Will take it into the end zone. She's shaken up on the play, but that's 6 more points for the Legacy. And she'll get up and make her way to the sideline. Makes it a 44-0 game.
And the score is 44-0.
Extra point coming up for the Legacy.
The clock from this point will continue running the entire game.
We'll now have a running clock here in this game. Legacy will go for the extra point. High snap, look to throw. Right side, that's good for a 2-point conversion. Marissa Facey on the catch. 2-point conversion is good. 46-0 your score. Back after this with a kickoff on RealSportsLive.com.
At Illuminations, we're a one-stop shop. We have all the lighting you need for your new home, outdoor lighting, ceiling fans, chandeliers. So when you're building your new home, we work well with your builder. We'll get your floor plans, or we'll walk the house if we need to, make sure all the light fixtures that you get are gonna work and are gonna look good together. Illuminations is a family-owned business. We've been in business for 17 years now. My parents actually were in the construction industry prior to opening the store, and it was during this time that they noticed a need for a store like ours, one that would provide the customer service that contractors and new homeowners are looking for, and eliminate the headaches that you might get when you're shopping at a big box store and you don't get that one-on-one customer service. The Brownsville area is really growing. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of construction, there's a lot of excitement. So we're glad that we finally have a store here that customers can come look at our products here locally. I invite you to come discover Brownsville.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, there's your kickoff by the Legacy. The RGV Vixens on the return of the kick, and they'll try to bring the ball upfield, but nothing doing as quickly covered. On the return for the Vixens was Reyna. So the Vixens take over. 1st and 10. With 7:04 to go here in this first half. The Legacy all over the Vixens 46-0. At Corpus on April 14th, invite you fans to join us on that. I'm trying to get some information, and I'll get information in my hands. We'll try to do some things to maybe assist in getting some fans to make their way up there to that Corpus game for the Jamboree to get to see some of these girls in action. Full contact women's football here at the IWFA. First down for the Vixens. Low snap. Pass play up for grabs, incomplete. Denise Molina on the pass. Molina came in replace of Ashley Flores, the starting quarterback for the Vixens, who went down with an injury back in the first quarter. Vixens also without the services of Yesenia Ortega, the receiver who went down with an injury. Now face 2nd and 10 against the Texas Legacy. Takes a good snap this time, looks to throw over the middle, intercepted. Great pick this time by Ramiro, and she's off to the races down the right side into the end zone for the touchdown. Melissa Ramiro on the interception, and then she turned on the Jets down the right side for the score. A defensive score for the Legacy. Comes with 5:17 to go here in the first half. Makes it a 52-0 game. Another injury on the play. One of the Vixens shaken up on that. So the Legacy will now go for the conversion after scoring the touchdown. Players shuffling into the game for the RGV Vixens. Vixens will be taking on the Harlingen Honeys as it stands in that Corpus Jamboree, which is scheduled on April 14th. Before the extra point, they call a quick timeout. Two teams going to talk it over. We have a running clock right now, as the league rule dictates that once a lead reaches 40 points, either way, they employ the running clock. It was a given that Texas Legacy was going to be head and shoulders, on paper, a team above and beyond here in this season. Thus far, as billed, they've produced big numbers.
Thank you. They said they need an ambulance.
They need an ambulance?
Hey, they need an ambulance.
Yeah. She's already fired.
Conversion coming up for the Legacy. Pass play right side. Penalty flag. It's a completed pass. We'll sort out the penalty. This time CC Truejo on the reception. And they'll say that was against the defense, so tack on 2 more. 54-0 your score. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
We are this close. We're this close. We are this close.
54, they gave her a 2-point conversion on that.
Making history. This close to changing the world.
Oh, okay, okay.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease ever again.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close. If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
We are back here at Crystal City, Texas, and the Texas Legacy. It is 52-0. And the Legacy will be kicking off to the Vixens. RGV Vixens looking for anything positive. Fumble that, return on the kick. That's a loose ball. It's recovered by the Legacy. Near the midfield area. And the Legacy will take over. Still 2 minutes left here in this first half. Legacy, it doesn't take them long to score points. This offense has weapons across the field. And they'll take the field here up 52-0. Whistle blows. They have a timeout on the field. And as they're talking it over, good round of applause as the Vixen, who was shaken up on the play, makes their way to the sidelines. That was Carolina Herrera, who was injured, being attended to on the sideline for a good number of time for the Vixens. This is just a jamboree. The league rule regular season play will be once they reach a 40-point lead, either team. Here in this one, they can make a call, and they did. And now we are ready to go as the Texas Legacy will have the football. And it's no secret, fans, 52 points is impressive, and watch this offense as they operate. High snap, still time to throw. Rifling pass down the right side, touchdown. Martinez on the throw, on the catch, Cassandra Bills. And that's 40 yards in the air. End of story when I'm trying to explain to fans who ask me the question, are these real athletes that can play football? 6 more points for the Legacy. Extra point coming up. That was on a high snap that Megan Martinez just reeled in and then hoisted one downfield for the touchdown. Shovel pass, 2-point conversion, and that's good. Makes it a 60-0 game, and that will take us to halftime. The running clock will keep running. We won't get to that next kickoff. And we'll take a break and come back and talk about some additional coverage coming your way. This is IWFA Football on RealSportsLive.com.
and welcoming back for King and Country. A night of music, ministry, and more. April 20th at 7 p.m. at the new HGV Park Stadium in Edinburgh. Tickets on sale now. For more info, log on to godfaithmusic.com or call 358-275.
Bank.
Hey, everybody. ¿Qué hacen aquí?
This is an intervention.
What?
Sí, mijo. It's the yoga pants.
You all are just jealous because I'm flexible like Captain Prontissimo.
Is that your wallet?
Yeah, it's full of the money I save with Pronto Insurance.
And your keys.
With Pronto's multi-account discount, I can insure all the cars in the family.
Why can't you just wear regular pants with pockets like everybody else?
I can do this in jeans.
Aika.
Pronto Insurance. Call for a free quote today.
At Illuminations, we're a one-stop shop. We have all the lighting you need for your new home, outdoor lighting, ceiling fans, chandeliers. So when you're building your new home, we work well with your builder. We'll get your floor plans, or we'll walk the house if we need to, make sure all the light fixtures that you get are gonna work and are gonna look good together. Illuminations is a family-owned business. We've been in business for 17 years now. My parents actually were in the construction industry prior to opening the store, and it was during this time that they noticed a need for a store like ours, one that would provide the customer service that contractors and new homeowners are looking for, and eliminate the headaches that you might get when you're shopping at a big box store and you don't get that one-on-one customer service. The Brownsville area is really growing. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of construction, there's a lot of excitement. So we're glad that we finally have a store here that customers can come look at our products here locally. I invite you to come discover Brownsville.
We are this close. We're this close.
We are this close.
Of uncertainty.
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
We're at halftime right now, and we are waiting for the two teams to arrive back. Right now, the Texas Legacy on top of the RGV Vixens. This is coverage of the IWFA Full Contact Women's Football on a Saturday from Crystal City, Texas. We'll be back with more. I'm Joe Bowling. This is RealSportsLive.com.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
At Illuminations, we're a one-stop shop. We have all the lighting you need for your new home, outdoor lighting, ceiling fans, chandeliers. So when you're building your new home, we work well with your builder. We'll get your floor plans, or we'll walk the house if we need to, make sure all the light fixtures that you get are gonna work and are gonna look good together. Illuminations is a family-owned business. We've been in business for 17 years now. My parents actually were in the construction industry prior to opening the store, and it was during this time that they noticed a need for a store like ours, one that would provide the customer service that contractors and new homeowners are looking for, and eliminate the headaches that you might get when you're shopping at a big box store and you don't get that one-on-one customer service. The Brownsville area is really growing. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of construction, there's a lot of excitement. So we're glad that we finally have a store here that customers can come look at our products here locally. I invite you to come.
Skillet. And welcoming back for King and Country. A night of music, ministry, and more. April 20th at 7 p.m. at the new HGV Park Stadium in Edinburgh. Tickets on sale now. For more info, log on to godfaithmusic.com or call 358-275.
Hey, everybody. ¿Qué hacen aquí?
This is an intervention.
What?
Sí, mijo. It's the yoga pants.
You all are just jealous because I'm flexible like Captain Prontissimo.
Is that your wallet?
Yeah, it's full of the money I save with Pronto Insurance.
And your keys.
With Pronto's multi-car discount, I can insure all the cars in the family.
Why can you?
Still waiting to start the play of the second half. Clock running. They put 15 minutes on the clock in between the first and second half, so let the teams get hydrated and get ready to play additional football. Scores right. That's the legacy on top. That's your Division I champions 4 times running, and they're as good as billed, my friends. Second half coming up. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Whatever DIY project you've got going on this weekend, visit Habitat for Humanity Restore before you start. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
The reason we made this quesadillas Tres Marias is because there's a little village in Mexico that it's really popular and it's known for its quesadillas. You're gonna come to my kitchen and you're gonna see that we have no cans. Everything is fresh. We use achote. We do the mole ourselves. We have 3 types of quesadillas. One is flour tortilla. We have nixtamal made handmade tortilla. And our specialty, which are the fried tortillas. That's the concept we bring to the north of Mexico and south of Texas. For me, this is not only a business, you know, it's my house, it's my career, it's my family, it's my friends that come here. Brownsville, it's a gentle city, a kind city. I invite you to come discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary.
Doing some
we are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Doing some gardening or home improvements this weekend? Visit Habitat for Humanity Restore before you start. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Hey, everybody. ¿Qué hacen aquí?
This is an intervention.
What?
Sí, mijo. It's the yoga pants.
You all are just jealous because I'm flexible like Captain Prontissimo.
Is that your wallet?
Yeah, it's full of the money I save with Pronto Insurance.
And your keys.
With Pronto's multi-car discount, I can insure all the cars in the family.
Why can't you just wear regular pants with pockets like everybody else?
I can do this in jeans.
Aika.
Pronto Insurance. Call for a free quote today.
At Illuminations, we're a one-stop shop. We have all the lighting you need for your new home, outdoor lighting, ceiling fans, chandeliers. So when you're building your new home, we work well with your builder. We'll get your floor plans or we'll walk the house if we need to. Make sure all the light fixtures that you get are gonna work and are gonna look good together. Illuminations is a family-owned business. We've been in business for 17 years now. My parents actually were in the construction industry prior to opening the store.
And welcoming back for King and Country.
Customer service that contractors and new homeowners are looking for, and eliminate the headaches that you might get when you're shopping at a big box store and you don't get that one-on-one customer service. The Brownsville area is really growing. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of construction, there's a lot of excitement. So we're glad that we finally have a store here that customers can come and look at our products here locally. I invite you to come discover Brownsville.
And Country. A night of music, ministry, and more. April 20th at 7 p.m. at the new HEB Park Stadium in Edinburgh. Tickets on sale now. For more info, log on to godfaithmusic.com or call 358-2755.
Welcome back here, RioSportsLive.com. There's an extended break for halftime as these two teams are getting set to resume play here in the third quarter of this jamboree from Crystal City, Texas. Texas Legacy on top of the RGV Vixens. And the Vixens in the first half. We are getting set for the second half to begin. The Legacy scored pretty much at will in that first half, putting 60 points on the board. And as we get set to start this second half, the RGV Vixens will be kicking off to the Legacy, who deferred after winning the opening toss. And it'll be their ball. Harlingen Honeys, saw a couple of them here in attendance earlier. I was talking with them. They are going to be playing on April 14th when this league has their second jamboree. That'll be just a couple of weeks before the regular season starts off. And then on a regular basis on Saturday nights, these teams will be showcased. As you see here, teams from San Antonio, the RGV, Corpus Christi, here in Crystal City, over in Austin. Centon has a team this year, as they have play of athletes participating through much of Texas here. Legacy ready to go. It'll be a running clock, so it'll be a pretty quickly played third quarter coming up. And we'll do the same thing in the fourth. Kickoff in the direction of the Legacy, and they'll have a good return out of this. Bringing the ball across the right side, down the sideline, and that is going to be nearly taken to the house. Knocked out of bounds at the 3, Michelle Marshall. First and goal coming up for the Legacy. Legacy offense produced most of the points in the first half. Their defense did produce a pick 6. And so the Legacy will bring their starting lineup back out onto the field. Megan Martinez, the quarterback, under center on this first down play, calls her own number, and she'll walk in for the touchdown. One play, 6 more points on the board for the Legacy, who are clicking on all cylinders on this offense today. The only negative, if you think about a negative, and coaches, when they win big games, always find something that they want to talk to their players about, is going to be the penalties. And that's going to be on alignment and reporting situations for the most part for the Legacy, as they were taxed heavily in penalty yards just like that. Now they'll wave that one off. Conversion, looking for the 2-point conversion, and that's good. Legacy, 8 more points on the board. We're just underway in the third quarter. It'll be Vixen football. Anyway, talking to the Harlingen Honeys who are in attendance here. They're chomping at the bit, wanting to get into play as well, as they're involved in that Corpus Jamboree, which is scheduled to have 4 games played on April 14th. We'll find out the location. We'll get things put in place for you as well. Podcast those here on RioSportsLive.com. Vixens will get the ball for the first time here in the second half. Vixens were hit hard by injuries in the first half, including quarterback Ashley Flores, who went down. And so the Vixens wait for the kickoff. Here it comes. To the right side, bounce past the return man into the end zone and out of the end zone. And so the Vixens will take over there. Quickly on the field. She came in and back up once quarterbacks went down. And so the Vixens will be set to send their offense onto the field. Down. Their wide receiver went down. They lost another playmaker when Carolina Herrera, their safety, went down. Preseason injuries hitting the Vixens in a big way. Officials trying to stop the clock. In this league, that's not going to work in regular season play. Score dictates the clock being turned on or off. And once it and now they're going to call the game. It's a preseason scrimmage. You can do that. And in this case, the Vixens have too many injuries to deal with and try to look. And in some cases, they're looking at players getting their first taste of competitive football in full contact. Final 68-0. The Texas Legacy get the win. Vixens will be next in action when they take the field in Corpus Christi. We'll be back a little bit later on. They're going to turn the lights on by the time we're finished here today in Crystal City. Scheduled kick.